What is going on, wrestling fans? WWE at Home 219 here. And a funny story, if you follow me on Twitter at Let's Talk _WWE, you know I decided to put a little stipulation to my predictions / review videos. I figured every time I picked the wrong winner and I got the match wrong, I would take a shot of whatever alcohol I have in sight. Now, last night I had full intentions of releasing my review video. I sat my computer in front of me and started recording, but it was not recording for some reason. So I took 4 shots of Crown Royal because I got 4 matches wrong, and I was feeling pretty good because I got those shots in about a little under 2 minutes. So I did all that for nothing. So I'm not going to do it again here, but stay tuned for my Fastlane review and my Fastlane predictions, my WrestleMania. I'm going to keep that stipulation going, so every time I get a match wrong, I will be taking a shot of whatever alcohol is in sight. But let's get into my 2017 Elimination Chamber review. The pre-show, we had Kurt Hawkins trying to face the facts with Mojo Rawley, one half of the Hype Bros. That match did absolutely nothing for anyone. Mojo Rawley picks up the victory. I'll give it a 2 out of 5. Every one of my matches, I'm going to give it out of 5. It's really hard for me to give a 5 out of 5. I don't give that too often, so just keep that in mind. The first matchup on the actual main card was Becky Lynch taking on Mickie James. This feud had started due to the La Luchadora gimmick. Match didn't really do much for me. It wasn't bad and it wasn't great. Becky and Lynch ended up picking up the victory. I got this one wrong. Started off the show in one of my predictions. That matchup, I'll give a 3 out of 5. The next matchup, the booking with Dolph Ziggler's heel turn is just terrible. Absolutely terrible. Facing Apollo Crews and Kalisto in a handicap match. First off, if you have a new heel, why are you having him face off against 2 faces if he's going to lose? Dolph Ziggler would end up attacking Kalisto before the matchup even started, and Kalisto would be a part of basically the only part of the match, which was the finish, and Apollo Crews and Kalisto got the victory over Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler ended up beating the crap out of him after the matchup was over. Ended up getting this matchup wrong, too. I really thought Dolph would pick up a win here just because he's a new heel, and he needed some more heat, maybe beat them in a dirty way, but nope. Apollo Crews and Kalisto get the win. The matchup did nothing for me, and I don't think it did anything for the crowd. I'll give it a 2.5 out of 5. It was very pointless, and I was wrong again on that prediction. So I started off the night 0-2. Next matchup we had here was the Tag Team Turmoil matchup. Heath Slater and Rhino had a nice little run. Ascension was in there last. You had the Usos. You had Breezango. It wasn't really a terrible matchup, and it wasn't outstanding, but I actually did enjoy it. American Alpha got to retain. A lot of people were hoping maybe the Revival would make their debut. That didn't happen, but American Alpha retained their SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships, and rightfully so. I don't see the point of giving the belts to anybody else at the moment. American Alpha, in my opinion, is the best tag team on the roster. So that matchup, I'll give 3.75 out of 5. It was pretty solid. The next matchup is a matchup that I was very surprised delivered. 2 ladies that, I've never really been a big fan of, Nikki Bella and Natalya, but this feud has been very good, and this matchup was very good, and it ended up in a double countout, so it looks like they're going to prolong this maybe a bit on SmackDown Live since WrestleMania. Apparently there's plans for Nikki Bella to be in a mixed tag match with John Cena against Maurice and The Miz. Yeah, no thanks. But yeah, this matchup was pretty solid. Nikki and Natalya put on a good show. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. Up until this point, that was the match of the night. After that, we would have Luke Harper and Randy Orton face off against each other. Randy Orton just won the Royal Rumble. These two were part of the Wyatt family together. Randy Orton would end up giving Luke Harper an RKO to win this matchup, and it was a very solid matchup we had here. I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. Excellent matchup. And I think finally people are starting to realize Luke Harper could be a star. You just got to give him the right push and give him the right feuds and give him maybe a slightly different gimmick, slightly different theme song, maybe tune him up a little bit. But Luke Harper put on a hell of a matchup here with Randy Orton. And Randy Orton's just so fluid in everything he does. You could tell that he's a time champion, a multiple 12-time, I think, something like that. It's probably more. I could be wrong. Fact check that for me down below in the comments. But there's a reason Randy Orton has been given all these chances because he's so fluid. 4.5 out of 5, Randy Orton defeats Luke Harper. Got that one right as well. The next matchup I actually predicted wrong. It was the SmackDown Live Women's Championship matchup, and honestly, this was the worst matchup in the night for me. I don't know about you guys. This just didn't deliver. A lot of spots seem botched. They weren't hitting on all the marks. No disrespect to these two ladies, but they just didn't seem to have the ring chemistry I was looking forward to. I didn't see Naomi picking up the victory here, but that's exactly what happened. Naomi would get her first championship in the WWE, and well deserved for her. She's a great wrestler, great in-ring talent. The character, it's okay, it's not bad, but I just didn't think it was time for Alexa Bliss to lose the strap, but they decided to give it to Naomi here. The matchup, like I said, didn't deliver for me. 2.5 out of 5. Naomi is the new SmackDown Live Women's Champion. Now, this would lead us right into the main event, and it was, in my opinion, the best Elimination Chamber matchup we have ever seen. Yes, the best. I'm saying it. Bray Wyatt would actually walk out the WWE Champion in a couple years a little too late, but better late than never is what I would always say. What an excellent matchup there was. There was a lot of cool spots. They were able to do a lot of cool spots because they had the new chamber design. A lot of padding on the outside. If you guys noticed that, it used to be just all steel. Now they got a little padding out there to make it safer for the guys, but also to have a lot more interesting spots. John Cena had some good spots with AJ Styles. Dean Ambrose was all over the place. Baron Corbin and Dean Ambrose seem to have their little feud going on now that looks like it's going to be a matchup for the IC title at WrestleMania. But overall, like I said, the best chamber matchup I've ever seen. I'll give it a 4.75 out of 5. It was nearly perfect for me. Overall, this chamber was okay. I didn't think it was a bad pay-per-view, and I didn't think it was outstanding. I'll give it a 7 out of 10 overall. There was a couple matches that definitely delivered, and then there was a couple that just didn't seem like they needed to be on the card or that I had any emotional investment into whatsoever. So you guys tell me what you thought about the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view down below in the comments section. If you're not already subscribed to me, hit that button over there and subscribe to the channel. And also check out my past videos right down here. And follow me on Twitter at Let's Talk _WWE. And take it easy and get ready for my shot reviews.